Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 1 of Intalksication. I'm your host, Fat Doug. With me, as always, our producer, Lunchbox, and the man with the juiciest peach in the entire pack, my boy, Jimmy H. How you doing, Jimmy?
Peaches.
Peaches.
I got
yeah,
the
double
juicy
peach.
peaches.
I'd love to peel that peach one of these days, but we haven't had enough to drink.
That's a lot.
I know,
That's
it's
a lot
cool.
to
It's cool. It's not as homoerotic as it is, but this is episode 1. We're trying to start something new, courtesy of our good friend Dave Longstreet from Nasty Asylum. How you doing, Dave?
I'm all right. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
We're okay. I'm in a trailer. I can't be totally happy.
That's fair. What you drinking on? What's the drink of this podcast, Jimmy?
Somehow, today, in February, it is Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. I found them at Sheetz, and I've never been more excited for beer, ever.
That is a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, like, the one year for St. Patrick's Day, the girl I was seeing, we had to go to Applebee's because she likes that kind of shit. And they didn't have Guinness, but they had Christmas Ale for some reason.
Ooh.
Great Lakes Christmas Ale, and I was so pumped. Because how the hell are you going to get Christmas Ale in fucking March?
Oh, you just throw up and drink it again.
Yeah.
You got
I forget you hate everything that I love.
it. Yeah. It's not everything, Dave.
All the greatness.
So we're doing a little trial and error right now. This is, again, like launch of the new thing. But so Jimmy's over there drinking the podcast, Line and Google. What would you rate it?
It's like an 11 out of 10.
11 out
If
of
you
10.
don't like Summer Shandy, we can't trust you
That's fair.
with
That's
anything.
Entirely fair.
So go out, shout out Summer Shandies.
Wait until
And-
like June or July and get you some.
As always, being the fat man of the trailer, I am drinking the Beast, Milwaukee's Best Ice. Shout out to Milwaukee's Best Ice on my behalf. I appreciate them on a level they will never understand. For $14.99, you've made my life a lot easier. So we're gonna dive into some trending kind of topics, new therapies, new clothing, new music, new whatevers, and we're gonna call it. I'm here for it. You here for it, Jimmy?
Might be, might not. Who knows?
All right, let's find out. Dave, hit us with something.
All right, boys. Are you here for spoon therapy with strangers?
I'm not here for it. I think that's a very intimate thing. For those of you who don't know, there's a new therapy coming out with people with depression where you meet up with strangers and you spoon to feel comfort and feel like you belong. I am fucking totally not here for it.
I'm absolutely here for it.
And why are you here for it?
I think, first of all, the spooning is comforting. It is comforting. And second of all, if you have depression and it helps you out, then you might as well spoon instead of shoot up a school.
No,
or
I mean, like,
something.
you can do it on your own time. I would never take part, is what I'm saying. I'm not here for it personally. I wouldn't do it. Ever.
Yeah, but, okay.
Personally, would you spoon with a stranger to feel better about yourself?
Yeah, maybe.
You still
Let
do.
me put it in this context for you, Doug. I don't have these problems, but say you weren't with Hannah. It's not necessarily easy for you to find somebody to spoon with. So if you found someone willing to, would
fair.
you not
That's
take
fair.
the opportunity?
No, I don't want to spoon with anybody. I just want to put my dicks in them. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot you're deviant.
and by the way, it could be guy on guy, girl on girl. That's what the spoon therapy is. It's just whoever. And I'm not here for it because I'm warm all the time. All the fucking time,
Well-
dude. I'm always warm. I don't want to have some other person who may have a perfume or a deodorant. I don't like. They might smell like the back end of a used tire. I don't fucking care. I don't want to be a part of that.
I'm sure they have to go through some kind of...
There's no vetting process. I guarantee you. If there's a dude willing to snuggle with somebody, if he's just going out looking for snugs, bro, there's no vetting process.
My question is, where is this? China?
No, it's in
Japan?
America. It's,
Oh.
it's starting off in, guess what, Seattle and
Because
California and all
I
the
think-
progressive places.
I think in, like, the Asian countries, there would be absolutely no vetting process whatsoever.
No, dude, they don't even care. They
But-
jerk off in the urinals
but
in the
unlike-
fucking public bathroom.
But over here, I feel like there'd at least be something. Like, hey, do you want your partner to smell like fucking Calvin Klein or not?
See, I
Or-
think it would come up to be, it'd come out to be like an app sometime. You download it, you see people within your area, and you
Tinder
go
for
with it.
spooning?
I'm just saying, if it helps you, it's better than...
No, I think they would do it. That's fine. They
like
could
when
do
you
all
used
they
to get
want.
hookers on Craigslist.
I never do it. I would never.
I would probably do it.
Okay. Well, I mean,
It's just
agree,
experience.
agree to fucking disagree,
Just
bro.
an experience,
Okay, fair enough. All right, what do we got next? What's going on here?
All right, are you guys here for rope belts?
Oh, this is the most preposterous thing to me because this is insulting to poor people.
It
Because
is.
When we were poor,
You told me about it,
yeah,
and I was insulted immediately.
people are using actual ropes, designer ropes, to hold up their pants. I'm fucking against it all the way through.
I mean,
I'm not here for it.
what else is high fashion other than putting your label on something completely preposterous and having people wear it around.
But are you here for it or are you not?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, well,
No.
we fucking figured that out because it's insulting to people who were poor and couldn't afford a belt. We're like, dude, what is that? Mom, zip ties? We'll figure it out. You should like link together bread ties. You want to call that trendy? You fucking dicks.
I wore ropes as belts a lot as a child.
Well, that's because they didn't have anything in your size, you fat fuck. I'm just kidding.
I was in good shape back then.
I am speaking for myself.
I
only
did
wear elastic.
not start getting fat till about 22, 23, thank you.
All right, so I guess we're gonna put the axe on the fucking rope belt.
Yeah,
It's not
don't
good.
wear rope
Don't ever
belts.
do that. We're not here for it. We're against it.
It's a bad look.
Okay.
Yeah, Farmer Jim. Farmer Jim.
All right, guys. You here for the Gucci blackface?
Gucci decided to make turtlenecs that are all black, and at the very top where it covers your mouth, it is brightest red lips ever. It looks like the Rocky Horror goddamn poster.
If you have not heard about this, you live on
living
a fucking rock.
Yeah.
And you should probably get out more, for sure. Maybe cuddle somebody.
Okay, well, we got Lunchbox.
I hands down just heard about this before we turned the mics hot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Lunchbox. What's going on is basically Gucci made designer sweaters that are literally all black, pitch fucking black.
Have you not seen it?
All the
No,
way.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
pull up a picture for him.
They're
Maybe
not
he can take a look at it.
turtlenecks.
They cover your face like scarf.
They come right underneath your nose,
turtleneck.
so they cover your mouth. They're like reverse ski masks, and
I
racist,
don't like this already.
super racist,
Super
reverse
aggressive.
ski masks. It's one. Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, Sweet Pete.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
What is that?
And every person who's modeling is a white person.
They
which
are.
makes it so worse. Like, if that is a Swedish, all the way white person in
No.
blackface garb. And we have people championing for Gucci still, like Floyd Mayweather. Jesus Christ.
Good Lord.
That's not a real sweater, but no, that's
Who else made this but 50 Cent? We have Floyd Mayweather out here campaigning that we don't have to necessarily boycott Gucci because, we're just going to move on to something next week. And after that, we'll move on to something else. And it's really not that big of a deal.
We all know he didn't type that on Twitter, by the way.
Oh, no.
His publicist made it happen.
But, yeah, I think it's a resounding no.
It's a resounding no. And we can't really do it justice, but for those of you who want to know what's going on with this blackface Gucci beef,
hands down Google that shit.
We'll also Google 50 Cent's response he created for Floyd Mayweather because it's hilarious. We can't do it justice by talking about it. You got to read it. It'll fucking make your life so hard.
That was
so fucking funny, dude. All right, so now that we touched a little bit on the stuff we're here for, clearly blackface is not one of those things. I think we're going to talk a little bit about the news. Jimmy, how you feel about the news? What's going on in the world, dude? Is it a shit show or is it...
the world is always a shit show,
That's
Doug.
fair. That's fair.
Always.
But as long as you keep showing up with them gorgeous-ass fucking koala fucking pocket tees and that sweet tart ass, I'm here for it.
Shout out to Koala Freak.
And your sweet tart ass. Let me peel that peach, baby. All right, Lunchbox, hit us with some news.
All right, so of the top 5, this article is about President Trump declaring national emergency to access billions of dollars to build his wall.
So
he made the announcement in the Rose Garden and said he would sign the declaration to protect the country from the flow of drugs, criminals, and illegal immigrants. It is he's trying to divert $3.6 billion budgeted for military construction towards the wall.
How do you want to tackle this, Jimmy? How do you want to approach this?
I don't know.
Because I'm going to approach it with one thing. Before Trump declared the state of emergency, there was a State of the Union. Did you watch the State of the Union at all?
No.
Okay, well, I'm clearly a trailer guy, so of course I watched it. It makes all the sense in the world. So the State of the Union, Trump threw down a pretty tough move. His trump card, if you will. He makes up. I'm not even trying to be punny, dude. I'm just being honest. I don't know what his end game, whatever. He fucking threw the gauntlet down and he goes, okay, listen, we want to build this wall because a lot of the people coming across here are women and children. Those women and children are being sex trafficked because they're illegals and we can't track them. So by building the wall, not only are we protecting ourselves, but we are protecting them. And if you don't support the wall, you're supporting sex trafficking, which puts a lot of people in a precarious, situation. Still no fucking wall though, huh, guy?
I want to preface everything I say by saying that Donald Trump seems to be the Floyd Mayweather of politicians. in the sense that we all know he does not write any of his shit.
He does. He's the best writer ever.
You know, well, you know
he's the best
exactly
writer there's ever
when
been
he's
on the
written.
entire planet ever one time.
You know exactly when you.
Everyone,
it's very
Jimmy,
clear
don't you dare.
when you see what he's written opposed to what he hasn't, because that could be made as a good counterpoint. But
it's a bad counterpoint, regardless.
Why do
regardless?
There is no good functional reason for a wall.
But here's my thing: is like allocating $3.6 billion from military construction spending to build a wall or whatever the fuck. Why don't we just give it to the veterans that are here who don't have money?
Yeah, the homeless veterans.
The homeless guys that the guys who are on drugs and going out of their fucking mind because you gave them PTSD because you decided we needed a lot of oil and opium, you fucks.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? So I don't understand this whole build the wall thing. I still can't wrap my head around why it's such a pertinent thing that we do.
Yeah. I can't figure out why it would be such an important thing to go after. It doesn't make sense.
As far as human trafficking goes, it is something that's either underground or in the air.
Or let's not forget, a few weeks ago in Atlanta, there were 13 Uber drivers who were busted for abducting women for sex trafficking. So it's not.
They're Americans, yeah. By the way, yeah. Thank you. Legal immigrants that came here the right way. ICE isn't knocking on their door. They're not getting 21 Savage.
We're not going to build a wall around Atlanta.
No, but I mean, maybe we should though. Maybe we fucking should at this point. But yeah, so that's so fucking insane to me though. This wall is it's such a silly thing at this point.
He's gonna spend all 4 of his years
trying to build a fucking wall.
Trying to build a wall.
He thinks he's a 2-termer, and it's like, dude, bro, calm the fuck down. There's no chance.
Dude, I read so often that in Congress and shit, so many people who were supporting him for we're gonna build the wall, we're gonna help him do this shit, we're gonna help him do that shit. A lot of them are like, dude, he's on his fucking own now.
Yeah.
We don't got time for this shit. Everybody's starting to call me a piece of shit, and I kind of want to stay in Congress.
Oh, I hear it, dude. It's becoming a thing. My trailer's house is gonna blow over, dude. We're not in Kansas anymore, motherfuckers. All right.
I do. I feel like I should be wearing a blue plaid dress because I'm about to fly the fuck out this bitch.
Just in general. GP, bro. All right. So, what we got next, Dave? What's going on?
We got my beloved Browns.
Yes, sir.
Signed Kareem Hunt. He's going to be suspended for at least 4 games, possibly 8. His contract is worth up to $1.1 million, but they're probably only going to have to spend about $700,000 on him.
Okay.
So to me it's kind of like a high risk, high reward type thing because you are taking the PR hit because of the shit he's done.
That's fair.
But the guy is so athletically gifted.
And a hometown kid.
And a hometown boy.
So that definitely puts asses in the seats.
He can, and he got the talent to really spark that second half of the season.
I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let my boy Jimmy go with that tart ass.
I think it is a lot to spend on a kicker. He does have the best leg in the league, for sure.
You fucking can't. Bro, you sound like me.
I do think if you put him out beyond 50, he's going to nail that. For sure.
Only if it's a white woman.
All I'm saying,
only if it's a white woman.
If you put that ball
you get a white woman
ground,
to be the fucking the person who catches the snap and they use the N-word a couple times, best kicks in the league.
I'm just saying, if you put him and Charlie Brown and Lucy was holding that football, he's sending them both through the uprights.
Yeah, but the only way you can go in Charlie Brown is if you wear a Gucci sweater, you know what I mean? So
doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
No, realistically, I'm kind of torn on this. It just means, we have Nick Chubb back there who ran incredibly well during his time with the Browns. People said that if we would have started him, then we would have won a few more along with Baker Mayfield.
I know what he said.
And we also have Duke Johnson. So it seems like, to me, that maybe they get rid of Duke Johnson, keep Nick Chubb, and have Kareem Hunt as a 1-2. But I just don't know if we needed all the media attention. Especially, we just got rid of Josh Gordon, who brought us hell all his
tenure. But that was so bloviated, though. That was so blown out of proportion because at first Josh Gordon, he had a problem with drugs and alcohol, but then he only popped for weed. And weed's weed. Nobody cares.
But it's still a distraction.
Not a performance.
It is a distraction. It's a distraction.
It was an unnecessary distraction.
But it's an unnecessary rule in the NFL, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there.
We're not going.
Yeah, I know we're not going there. I know.
The Browns got rid of a distraction, had a fantastic season.
2 distractions. I mean, we got rid of Johnny as well because of everything that was going on.
Johnny Manziel. By all standards, we had a fantastic season, and now we're bringing in another person who will become a distraction. There's no way around it.
Can I just preface this real fast? It's like, I think everyone's redeemable for the most part, depending on what you've done. Now, we've seen...
not Ray Rice.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that, because there's a lot of conflation with the fact that, like, he Ray Riced a woman. Ray Rice... cold-cocked his fucking wife, unconscious, let her fall down in an elevator, dragged her out, lied about it, and barely even apologized. I mean, come on. And then she got back with him because she's a fucking psychopath. This gentleman, I've watched the video. I've watched Kareem Hunt video.
Yeah, we've all seen it.
It is not that egregious. Is it something you shouldn't have done? 100% I agree. You should not have gone that route.
Oh, yeah.
But did he barely even hurt her? Pushed her. It's a push kick. It's a push kick. It's more like a go fuck yourself thing.
I mean, it's absolutely redeemable. He's definitely a talent.
But I just think there's levels to this game, and when people get outraged by one single act, I mean, look at all the people we've already forgiven. I mean, Kobe was accused of rape.
Yeah.
Forgave him.
Hey, Ray Lewis didn't kill those people.
Okay, well, that I'm never going to get into until the Netflix doc comes out.
I'm just saying it's going to be interesting to see if the Browns can handle this
There's a media storm coming.
I think we got the GM. I think we've got a good GM. I think he can handle this shit. And I don't think he would have made this move if he couldn't have handled it.
We'll see. And I mean, we got Kareem cheap for what he would have been on the market after his rookie contract because he is a phenomenal talent.
Yeah.
And I think all the media shit's going to come from outside Cleveland. I think once he gets the beat...
Cleveland's happy. We don't give a fuck.
Remember, this incident took place in Cleveland.
Yeah.
But the outrage isn't coming from Cleveland, though. It's coming from, like...
It's coming from everywhere else.
Everywhere else. Yeah.
Because...
The outside world.
I think, like, once he gets on the field, it's going to be a whole different story.
I agree.
Like, the first game or two, people are still going to call him a piece of shit. But I think the people will back off after a couple of games.
I think once he puts up, like, 130 rushing in one game and, like, 2 touchdowns, they're going to be like, all right, we don't care.
But will he do that?
There's a chance.
But Nick Chubb had a phenomenal last...
I was told by one of our good friends who talks football a lot, you know, he's got a really big finger... he told me that we didn't use Nick Chubb appropriately, and I kind of trust his thing because I don't know shit about football. It's not my sport. But
I think there were times that it wasn't done proper.
I think we used Nick Chubb fine within the setup. I think they were more worried about making sure Baker was good, being Baker since we got quarterback problems. I think they used Nick Chubb fine. They didn't start him in the beginning of the season. I don't think they used Duke Johnson fine at all. I don't think they used him well.
No.
Because Duke Johnson can be like a Tariq Cohen
Duke
player.
Johnson sounds like he could be a blues player from the 1940s, but continue. I love that name.
He's got a lot of skill.
Come to the stage. Duke Johnson.
He would be a perfect third down back because he can run, he can catch. Part of me feels if they kept all three of them, Duke Johnson could be a second slot receiver.
Okay, so, I mean,
he's good enough for that.
General consensus, we're a little muddy about the
We're waiting for sure.
Yeah, we're not sure it's going to pan out.
He's a phenomenal talent, and if it works out, then the Browns got to steal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, they just
it's the downside of it all is the PR.
Now, there is a big upside in that they didn't really take too big of a chance. If you can handle the media storm and he doesn't pan out, then you just trade him or release him. It is what it is.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can tell that this podcast is happening in a place in Ohio because we spoke way longer about the Browns than we did about a wall.
The wall, but the wall doesn't
No, I'm just fucking around. So what's going on? What else is going on in the world of news and media and popular people, my guy?
All right. We've got people calling Joe Rogan a racist because of shit he said years ago when he went to see Planet of the Apes.
Jimmy's already thrown his head back. All right, so Jimmy, let me enlighten you. Dave, you don't have to go through the whole story because I read the whole article because I have the biggest hard-on for Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, if you ever hear this, biggest fan ever. Don't get a tattoo, though, because I'm not fucking weirdo. I'm not going to get a tattoo of him. Anyway, so Joe Rogan went to go see Planet of the Apes way back in the day. 2003, I believe, is when the Marky Mark thing came out for Planet of the Apes. And then he said a very distasteful joke, but it was 2003. So he had said, I want to go to a safe theater, which is already a rough go. Then the driver took him to an urban theater. And he walked in, and he was the only white person there. And he proceeds to say, I literally walked into the Planet of the Apes. But I'm going to preface this by saying I don't agree with what he said. I think it's a joke that didn't land on a podcast that just started.
Yes.
In
Absolutely.
2003.
And a bigger problem, it wasn't a joke part of his set. It was something that came out.
It was just a conversation.
Exactly, which kind of makes it worse.
It really, in a way.
I actually disagree with you. We talked about comedy the other day, and I'm going to disagree with everything you just said, but I'm going to let you go.
But he didn't sit down and think about it or anything. That's just what came to his mind, and he decided to share it, which I think it makes it sound a little bit worse. Because I think if he sits down and thinks about it, I don't think he makes that joke. No, I do want to say, there's a lot of things you don't condone. I think Kevin Hart caught a lot of shit for what he said for no reason. I don't think that was really too bad. What he said.
Was it the Cowboy and Indian Party?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, the Cowboy Indian Party, fuck, I think that's hilarious. Keep doing that, Kev.
Right.
Cheer on.
But when you got
So
his
he
But
said,
when you do that whole
stop,
bit,
that's gay.
stop, that's gay.
I think
No,
You got to understand black culture. Not trying to be a dick, but like I listen to Charlamagne talk about black culture. Being gay and being black is really tough.
Yeah,
Because black culture, they don't allow that to happen. So when he says stop, that's gay. That's the way he was raised.
But
and I get it to a degree.
Where I'm going with this, to not get too off track, is comedians are always going to say whatever they want to say. And people are going to get mad at them all the time. And Joe Rogan is a comedian. And he's one of the more raunchy comedians.
He's very open about it.
Will always say what they want, when they want, and people will always chastise them for it. If people went back and listened to older comedy, like Eddie Murphy,
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, you can listen to Raw at all. If you listen to Raw, he says the F word.
F word.
He says faggot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
And that's not me condoning it. It was definitely an unneeded joke. But like I don't know how you go about. But it becomes
really topical. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, nothing but everything was on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weird way to do comedy, especially in this day and age. Like looking at a comedian and getting mad at a joke. Okay, a joke is not a reflection of your personality. A joke has your personality in it, but it's not a moral high ground. It's something you thought was funny or a little weird, and you say
it's such a hard topic because
comedy's a gray area all the time.
Even anything in general, people, especially in today's day and age of media, if you get famous, people are going to go back 10.
That's what the biggest point of this story to me is. This biggest point of this article is the idea that you literally sought this out. Right. You went to find a reason to call somebody a monster. Just same thing with James Gunn.
Now, like what he said is wrong, and it shouldn't have been said.
I agree. It shouldn't have been said. Yeah. But behind closed doors when you're just with your white friends? If you're that kind of older 50-year-old guy, I get the joke.
Exactly.
It's stupid.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. Yeah. But if nobody hears about that until 2019, and he's progressed and
changed his thoughts, and he's like redeemed himself again,
even like Kevin Hart. Think about how much charity that man probably does, and how much good he probably does.
It's insane.
Can you drag someone down that far for such a far away thing that they said? And it's such a touchy subject.
I just think there's levels to this outrage game. You know what I mean?
There needs to be something, man.
Well,
like you can't. Everybody's like, can you separate Cosby's art from what he did? And it's
no, Jake.
There's a huge difference, though.
There is a huge difference because he didn't talk about raping and drugging.
Because
so we have to separate.
If you're gonna drug girls and drag your fucking balls across their face and shit,
it's a lot, Dave. It's a lot, Dave. Thanks, Lunchbox.
Then you can't,
Mr. Insensitive over here.
You're not. I don't think you can redeem that shit.
No, you can't redeem that, but you can redeem a statement. You can always redeem a statement.
There's a huge difference. That's what I'm saying, though. There's a huge difference between
an action and
a couple statements made and that kind of shit.
And we're also in a weird time right now with technology today. We're in the time where
everything's recorded.
Presently, no one's going to make an egregious statement like that because it'll be found immediately. Mm-hmm. But we're also in the time where people can go back and sift through everything said before.
Oh, dude, it's going to suck because like if this ever takes off, they're going to just play back the one time I said faggot. And they're just going to play it the whole time.
Well, within context, I don't know.
I mean, but you can take it out of context.
Because, James Gunn lost Guardians 3 because of this shit.
Oh, no, time out, Dave. Actually, I'm a big fan of that guy as far as the directing goes. Have you read his tweets?
Yeah.
They're a little much. They are. There's 20 plus tweets about being a joking pedophile.
That's
a little much. And you work for Disney, one of the largest children ever.
That's what I'm saying. He lost his job for something he did years ago.
Yeah, but you made 20 tweets. It's like when people lose a job for one tweet, I'm like, dude, that's fucking crazy. That's insane. When you've repeatedly made those jokes over the course of the years, it's a reflection of there's a dark side of your personality that just business-wise, they don't want to be a part of.
Back to what I was saying,
anyway,
I think 10 or 15 years from now, I don't know if we have these problems. I think people have already sifted through that past stuff, and if 10 or 15 years from now, if you make a stupid statement like that on social media or something, then it's your own problem.
That's fair.
You messed up. You fucked up.
But the outrage culture, we need to draw lines, definitive lines, and we need to stop allowing people to be like, oh, what you were in the past was a monster, and what you are now is like who you are. So let's just try to strike you down a peg or two because I need 47,000 clicks on my shitty BuzzFeed article.
I mean, the only problem is you're gonna have to hold them to the same standards as the people in the future that you're gonna
100%.
Have to hold
I'm gonna hold everyone to a standard.
Obviously, Rogan's gonna have to. He would have to come out. I don't know if he already has. He has to address it. Deal with it, apologize, move on.
I'm sure, actually, I haven't checked my Instagram. I'm sure it's on there. I'm sure
if he hasn't yet, he will,
he'll probably do it on a podcast. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He'll probably do it on a podcast, make it public. But my whole thing is, like, just attacking comedy. This is what this boils down to. You're attacking free speech and comedy is an art form in itself. Like, we don't chastise rappers for talking about fucking bitches and killing dudes and robbing people all the time.
Comedy has to be one of those things where if you don't like what they're saying,
just don't listen.
You fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That was what I was trying to get at, is, like, just the PC thing. So, Dave, what's going on with the next one? What we got?
Oh,
this is my fucking second favorite thing we're going to talk about today.
All right, boys. We've got prosecutors in Chicago have obtained a nearly 45-minute VHS tape showing R. Kelly engaging in sex with a 14-year-old girl. There is pissing in the video, obviously. It's from the 90s, they believe. And it's just more R. Kelly and underage girls and
so is this R. Kelly just being R. Kelly?
I actually saw an article to add a little bit to that.
Okay.
Where apparently, maybe, in the video clip, there might have been a soundbite of R. Kelly referring to this girl as having 14-year-old pussy.
Bro! No! Are you fucking serious?
That's just something I skimmed over.
No fucking way, dude. Dude, pull that up right now. Dude, I don't even care if you're on your phone. Pull that shit up right now. I did not see that when I fucking read about this earlier. This is like a cousin article? Excuse me, dude, what the fuck? 14-year-old pussy? No, he did not. He did not, dude.
You can't say shit like that.
Why would that even come out of your mouth?
Not at all.
Why would that even come out of your mouth? Wasn't it like goddamn, did Aaliyah's plane crash itself and she just dive bombed her own? Fuck, dude. That's that.
I want to find this.
Dude, you have to find it. You have to find it. You can't just say something like that and then fucking not follow up. Dude, no way.
Oh, Jesus, R. Kelly.
Dude,
why?
Dude, so well established after seeing Surviving R. Kelly, he is truly an egregious pedophile. We know that. His brother even says, like, sometimes I like blonde girls, sometimes I like white girls. He just likes young girls.
Here you go.
Okay, here you go, buddy.
In a report published Thursday afternoon, CNN said that they had viewed the tape, noting it appears to show Kelly having sex with a girl who refers to her body parts as 14 years old.
God,
that is fucking disgusting.
That's damning, if anything.
Is that what it says in the article, or is that just you just saying that?
The clear and explicit tape is said by CNN to span nearly 43 minutes in length and show a man, allegedly Kelly, engaging in multiple sexual acts with the girl, including urination, while repeatedly referring to 14-year-old pussy.
Bro, this is off CNN?
That's CNN stuff.
This is
fucking fuck, dude?
How is he still walking around?
How is he not in? He should have been in jail for the fucking first video. There's another video. My boy with a sweet tart ass just rubbing his face. It's a lot to take in, my guy.
There's way too much.
That's fucking insane.
What?
So this guy right here, he writes one of the most notable fucking songs of all time. Puts it on one of the most nostalgic '90s movies of all time, Space Jam, I Believe I Can Fly.
Oh,
And
that's just
fucking-
to cover Steve Miller Band.
I don't give a no. That's probably like an eagle by Seal. It's a different thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Thank you.
All right, eat
Um,
dicks.
Jesus,
You
Dave.
piece of shit, Lunchbox.
Eat dicks.
Thank you. I will eat all the dicks. Well, I mean, obviously.
Wrong
Dude.
topic.
Right? Yeah. It's so much so, like, you cannot understand any fucking reason why this man is still walking on the streets. He not only had the first video, where he wrote a song afterwards, by the way, saying he's not guilty in 1999, when all that shit came out. Oh, I'm not guilty. And then, fuck you. We know it went viral. You went viral before viral happened. And then Surviving R. Kelly happens. Which is hella fucking
Didn't he
crazy.
also write like an admittance song?
He wrote a what's it called? Oh my god, it's like I'm sorry song. It's like 14 minutes long.
Yeah, that weird.
I apologize. It's some weird thing like that. I don't care. After Trapped in the Closet, I'm out. I'm done.
We should have heard Trapped in the Closet and knew that this was going.
But how is he trapped in the closet? That sounds gay. What you are now is you're fucking pedophile. You're trapped in the carousel. Like, it's too much.
No, man, that.
But then this motherfucker, like, I'm sorry, he did the first video of pissing out a 14-year-old girl, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be insensitive. It's just hard to say that without giggling to shake off the disgusting aspect of it. Then this motherfucker has a whole documentary where multiple women come forward and say he's a sexual deviant, a rapist, and a horrible human being. His brother even verifies it. Other people verify it, knowing it happened. We know what happened with Aaliyah, and then this comes out, and there's not an indictment. No indictment. Nothing. There are 43 minutes of him referring to a 14-year-old girl as a 14-year-old girl on camera on VHS. Which, bro, fuck JVC. That's a long time ago. Doesn't matter. He's still a 30-something-year-old man fucking a girl who needs a chaperone. God damn it! Put this motherfucker behind bars.
See, this is the problem. Like, rape needs to be more like murder.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
There needs to be a longer statute of limitations.
Yeah.
Because
Bill
like,
Cosby's well aware of the statute of limitations.
Because
they allegedly got it was the Golden State murder.
Because
only with the
when they go to
rape.
they got it. This shit's happening so long ago. They're gonna be like, well, we can't arrest him for it.
Yeah. What is it like 15?
Most states are like 5 years to 10.
5 to 7
Yeah, it's
years.
like I said, the Golden
average.
State Killer raped over 50 women, and they couldn't arrest him on.
But they got him on murder.
They had to get him on murder and kidnapping.
But
kidnapping.
It depends on the state.
Kidnapping has a longer statute of limitations.
Kidnapping it actually carries a capital term in some places. Like you're
as soon
eligible.
as you carry him over state lines.
Yeah. As soon as you do, you're eligible for the death penalty for kidnapping.
But over rape,
bro. But no, actually, so I'm
rape
thinking
is
about it.
essentially murder. Think about what you do to somebody.
Oh, people's lives are horribly destroyed.
Yeah, it's so fucked. But if you think about it, like, okay, so actually maybe I'm wrong about the statute being 5 to 10 years because Bill Cosby is in jail for a rape he committed in 2004
oh my God.
that wasn't prosecuted until that was a lot.
That's because that girl, the one he actually finally got arrested for.
Yeah, the Philadelphia girl. Because that's why he's in prison.
I think it's New Jersey. She filed her shit in, and their statute of limitations is huge.
As big as it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
There should be no.
Long enough to nab him for that shit.
Not on rape. But the thing that I understand. Okay, so this is going to sound really insensitive. God damn it! But I have to say it for the sake of being lawful. The statute exists because of exoneration via DNA.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh yeah.
But this day and age, you can up the ante on that bitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as a girl goes in and says, "I've been raped," do a kit.
Yeah.
There's no statute, bro.
No.
And when we find out who the fuck you are, you're done.
DNA.
Done.
This isn't the 70s.
Yeah, this is exactly because I realized why it existed before.
Yeah.
Because like contamination of evidence, but it's 2019.
Exactly.
We'll figure that shit out. So yeah. Anyway, R. Kelly's a fucking piece of shit, and he can eat all the dicks I've ever seen in my entire life.
He should have been in jail a long time.
Fuck him. I don't even care if he wrote like 2-3 good songs. All right. My mind's just telling me no the whole time. I don't give a fuck.
It kind of makes me. It makes me a little upset because when I was a kid, bump and grind was like the biggest thing when I was little.
Yeah.
All right. So
can't be a R. Kelly fan. Can't even go back that far.
We're gonna hate R. Kelly all the way through forever, and I think that basically you have to conflate the idea of having sex with a child or raping somebody and murder. All has to be the same. We have that. We're just trying to fucking figure this shit out. No big deal. Okay, so Dave's doing a little research, so I'm going to do this real fast. Jimmy, are you aware of a new challenge going on in Albuquerque, New Mexico?
I think it's something you mentioned the other day, and I'm excited.
It has recently been called the 48 Hours Challenge. And what it is there are teenagers in Albuquerque, New Mexico, going 48 hours radio silent. No social media, no contact to their parents, nothing. Not disclosing any information about location or anything. And the goal is to not be found in 48 hours. Even if your parents call the police, you are dodging police as well. Now, this is something that I find utterly disgusting for children. Like, you are that bored.
This is infuriating, is what it is.
And I'm a parent. I'm a parent, too.
This is absolutely
like dude. Just real fast, I'm gonna preface this. Like, I know you're not a dad, but the idea of knowing like my child is missing, like, fuck, that's crazy. And these kids think it's a joke, though. That's
not to cut you off, but this goes back to 2017.
Oh, Jesus.
At least.
I mean, it
has a resurgence. I know in Albuquerque is what I saw. It's like there's been a couple cases.
Yeah, I mean, everything I've researched, you guys have hit on. So
I mean, it's fucked up in every sense, unless you are the person. It's fucked up for everyone around you. Parents, the police, society.
Well,
it's.
You induce panic. That's panic-stricken.
I don't want to equate it to it, but it's almost like false rape accusations in the same sense.
Exactly.
Where it's now you are not the boy it's the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, it's a race of, and then like what again? The boy who cried wolf is an allegory that still works to this day and age.
Yeah.
Like, don't lie about it, because when it really happens to you, like, we need to be sure it happens to you. Because if you lie about it all the time and you finally one time it's true, we don't fucking believe you.
Now,
or we don't care as much.
Think about law enforcement having to take out time from doing other things to find a kid who's not
exactly. In places like Albuquerque, New Mexico.
In the defense, if I lived in Albuquerque, I'd run the fuck away too. But
I mean, that's not wrong. But I mean, as a 17-year-old child.
Morally, it's
just really fucking crazy. The idea, like, you're gonna throw someone into a panic-stricken mode.
Exactly.
Of like, dude, where's my kid? They're supposed to get off the bus. Why the fuck are they on the bus? And then you call every single person ever, and the kid's like, my parents can't find me. I've never spanked either of my daughters, but I don't care if she's 16 years old. If she does some shit like that, I'm going to fucking Floyd Mayweather the shit out of her.
Well, and the thing is like, it's not like they're 9 or 8, and they're just like, ooh, this is an idea that popped in my head. I'm gonna go fucking do it.
It's even scarier if they're 9 or 8, though. By the way, because they're smaller.
Exactly.
It's a lot easier. Like, they can't defend themselves. But yeah,
right. But when you're 17, you know you don't do that. You don't fucking do that.
You still be a fucking idiot.
No, you are an adult now.
How bored are you getting? Like, where the internet and everything at your fucking fingertips, technology, the ability to go hang out with your friends. You're 16 years old. You can drive, and you're like, God, I just want to make my parents really scared.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. That needs to be punishable some way.
You should make them. They should definitely have to do something as far as the law goes.
Which the problem is since they're 17, which they probably thought about, the cops can only. I think when you're 17, all the cops can do is bring you back to your parents.
It's not true.
Really?
Allocation of police resources is a crime. Impeding an investigation is a crime. And inducing panic is a crime. Whether or not you're a minor, it doesn't matter. It is all a crime.
I wonder what kind of punishments they actually get, though.
I think you should fucking have a severe punishment. You know what I would do? And I bet you can't really impose this as a judge. I'm taking away every means you ever have in your life for 6 months to social media. Because that's all it is. It's like, you want to brag about your story. As a kid, you're like, my kid, I fucking survived the 48 hours challenge.
Well, yeah, everybody wants
so
their
silly.
15 minutes.
Yeah, so fuck your 15 minutes, dude. It's done. I'm taking all your shit.
I'm
taking all your shit.
Too much, man. Too fucking much.
I just think that's so egregious.
When I was 17, I had basketball practice. I came home. I probably went back outside to play a little bit more. And then I came home with the fucking light when it got dark. I went to bed. I went to school.
Yeah, I get it, dude. Like,
that was roughly the same.
Fucking normal.
Fucking boring as shit, but
like,
I didn't fucking run away for 48 hours.
No, you didn't falsify the idea of you being missing. Because, like, these kids, like, their parents will call them and stuff, and they'd be like, not answering the phone.
Yeah.
School's like, well, the kid got off the bus stop, so what are we supposed to do? And then they're like, well, where the fuck's my kid? And it's infuriating to me. Especially coming, like, again, I know you don't have kids, but I have kids. Public service announcement, Jimmy H doesn't have kids.
I don't have any kids.
No children whatsoever.
You're the only one with kids. Why you got a single Jimmy? I ain't got no kids.
Lunchbox doesn't have any kids as well.
I just make a point of it every time
it's an inside joke. But anyway, so...
Do we have any happy stories on here? No.
We have... we're heading towards the best and worst of the week. We're going to start with the worst, because we need a palate cleanser for the best.
I think we still have one more headline, though, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope. You said top 5. We're going to do top 5.
We switched
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Because
right.
you hit me with that killer story,
Yes.
no pun intended,
And
and that
you.
sucks.
Here you ready for
Worst
this?
of the week. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give you mine, Lunchbox's, and Jimmy's opinion of the worst person of the week right now. And hit him, Lunchbox.
This story was told to us by Jimmy, so thank you for this, buddy. This is a hard hitter. This comes from the Telegraph in Britain. A heroin addict was convicted of killing a 100-year-old Holocaust survivor when he broke her neck trying to steal her handbag.
Fuck,
What
bro.
the hell?
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
We didn't see that in your article.
Shit.
Yeah, I found a better article. This one's got more information. He only got away with 20 pounds that he tried to buy
What's that
more
translate to,
heroin
like
with.
54 American dollars?
He claimed her to be in.
Less than that.
I do it fucking
Calm
around.
down.
When this dude was questioned, he called her an easy target, and
Not wrong.
like I said, he came away with 20 British pounds to
Was that like $28 American, $26 American?
Yeah, it's around there.
something like that.
Fucking kill the fucking. If you survive the Holocaust, no Holocaust survivors will ever listen to this. But if you survive the Holocaust, you're a fucking hero. You win.
You're
You win.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay rent.
You shouldn't have to
be
do
able
anything
walk
ever.
in
You should
for
walk in.
dinner
You should
at a
walk in. You should
restaurant.
show your little fucking. You might have a scar or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you should have your little they
proof
inked
of
you.
identification.
Proof of Holocaust.
And
then
everything's
free.
There you go.
I don't even care if you walk into a Porsche dealership. Like, I want that fucking, I want that RS.
with
RS3 with everything in it. And they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can afford that. You don't know if you can afford that. You showed up on a Greyhound.
Motherfucker.
And then this fucking cocksucking piece of shit.
He obviously didn't know that she was a Holocaust survivor.
She was 100. What's your guess,
was an
bro?
old woman.
What's your fucking guess?
I
She's
mean,
100.
It's already
In
bad.
England,
When you're walking around and you're 100 years old,
already
her
bad.
whole body's toothpicks. It doesn't matter anymore.
My God.
at 100 years old, it's already horrible.
Yeah.
Then you realize she
Oh.
survived a lot of shit that
Oh
Nazis
my
threw at her.
God. The thing is, 100-year-old is bad, but she was 100 years old,
And a
survived the
survivor of the
Holocaust, and she was
Holocaust.
clearly still healthy enough to walk
to
around.
church. No, fuck that. Not walk around. Walk to church. He assaulted her on her way to
Oh
church.
my
This
God.
fucking piece of shit. And fuck the UK for not having a death penalty. You kill this guy. You have to kill
my
this
God.
guy. You're like, oh, heroin made me do it. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care what made you do it. 26 pounds?
Yeah.
20 pounds?
26 American
Oh.
fucking dollars. You couldn't even buy a fucking book in certain stores for $26. My comics cost more than $26. It's fucking insane.
The largest piece of shit.
Oh my God,
Yeah, we've
he's
heard
such
about
a steaming pile of shit. This fucking idiot.
Here,
Dave's got more. Let's get more outraged.
yeah, you will be. Because
Motherfucker. Is this a repeat offender?
The woman who found her was a very, like, they played bridge together and shit. Like, they were legit friends.
Her friend found her.
Found her in the street
It's like the King Genevieve thing. You know what I mean?
as she was walking to the church that they attend together, and called the ambulance for her. So she was probably
laying there for a very long time.
yeah,
Before
because there's
anyone
no
discovered
telling.
her.
Like because I grew up pretty close to a church,
Yeah.
and some
Me
of these older people, they go to church early as shit.
Yeah.
They get there an hour before mass starts,
Because you gotta
so
pray
that
your
they
rosary and
can
stuff like
do
that, yeah.
their prayers on their own before mass starts. They can try to get a confession in, maybe.
Yeah.
So there's no telling how long she was laying there before her very good bridge playing friend found her.
Dude, that's... Hey, shouts out to this woman and her family. I hope that they're coping well. That woman's a fucking hero. That one's great. She's amazing.
Sense of the word.
In every sense of the word. Like, that's amazing that she did that. But
And-
fuck everything to do with the gentleman who did that.
What's his name?
What is his name? Let's fucking slander this fucking
God damn
asshole.
it! It's Artur
Artur? Oh, we already fucked up.
Weinkaunowitz.
Monkanowitz? Okay, hey, Artur Monkanowitz, you fucking piece of shit. I hope that they bring back the death penalty just for you. How about that?
They need it. They fucking need it.
Okay.
Fucking Britain.
But seriously, that's shit. That's just. I don't even know how you get to that point.
It's unforgivable.
There's if you're an addict and a thief, there's easy targets. You don't go after a 100-year-old woman. Like if she's moving 3 feet a minute, leave her alone. And I'm not trying to make that funny, but at that age, I'm assuming you're not walking at even
she had no fight.
brisk pace.
There was no fight.
No.
She tried to hold on to her shit because she's a badass and survived the fucking Holocaust.
Yeah.
And this dude, out of random luck, had to come by and...
Like, the story was bad enough. And then reading that part about, old ladies who play bridge together and, like, probably a 4 little old lady social circle was one of the people, was the person that happened to find
so
her.
Heartbreaking. So fucking heartbreaking.
I do feel terrible for their family because, I mean, your grandmother, your mother, whatever relation she was to you, like she survived the hardest shit in the world.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Dude, right? Because, like, if you got to imagine, she was 100 years old. So, I mean, that's around 1939 to 1945.
Let's say here first, if you kill a Holocaust survivor in any way,
you deserve to die.
You have to die.
You gotta die. They've been through enough. That's just so fucking crazy.
Arthur, whatever.
Cunty Cunterson. Like the women call him.
Might as well
fucking,
be
he's such a
Cunterson.
Such a piece of shit. And so, anybody listening, tell that guy he can fuck off and die. And, so we're pretty upset about that. But we do have a palate cleanser coming here soon.
Yes.
We did our worst of the week, which is that cunty Arthur dude. But the best thing I've heard this week, Jimmy, I'm pretty excited about this. Dave.
Boys, a teenager went behind his parents' back to get the vaccinations that some of these weird parents don't allow their children to get.
My fucking guy.
So, here we go.
Not as much as a hero, but still a hero.
It's the best thing I've heard all week.
His name is Ethan Lindenberger.
Shout out, Ethan.
He's from Ohio, of all places.
Shout out again, my guy.
He asked for help on the internet on how to get vaccinated after his parents refused to do it while he was growing up.
God damn.
They told him it was a government scheme. It's stupid. And they've had countless arguments, he said.
Well, this is before this whole anti-vaccine thing really took off, too.
And he said they said they never vaccinated him, but he's a senior in high school with a car, a license, and money of his own, and fuck it, he was getting vaccinated.
Yeah, he saw that the smallpox was coming back.
Well, dude, is it like an outbreak in Missouri or something like that? About like fucking smallpox? There's some place that there's an outbreak in America where there's like measles, mumps, and like everything's coming back because people are not vaccinating their children.
Basically, his mom used that weird argument that some people believe that vaccinations are going to make your kids autistic.
Let's preface this.
Hey, wait, time out real fast. I'm going to give you all the facts right now about how vaccines make children autistic. Are you ready? Listen to everything I'm about to say right now. Not a fucking thing, you idiots.
They don't.
Not a goddamn thing links your kid to autism from vaccines because they were autistic before they were vaccinated, you fucking morons. Oh, dude, Jimmy, it's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
My man.
My man, though. Shouts out my man.
You know what? If you ever somehow...
champion.
I don't know if you'll ever hear this, but if you ever hear this and you have a PayPal, link me the account, man. I'll help you pay for some of those vaccinations. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'll throw a little
We're right there with you. Actually, we're right there with you. Intalksication is willing to pay for your next vaccination. That's a fucking fact.
I'm sure he's probably got all of them by now.
I fucking hope so. But you know what's crazy, though? It's like we live in Ohio. I didn't realize you could even go to school as a high schooler and not have your vaccinations. I thought you had to have them.
I know. When you go to college, you have to be vaccinated.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where?
But not all of them.
Okay.
Not all of them. When I spend my 1 year...
You're one glorious year at OU.
And now I'm on this podcast. My 1 year at OU, I had to go in for, I forget what it was.
Probably had to have.
It was just one.
They had an HPV one that probably showed up around the time you went to college. Yeah, HPV.
It wasn't
like
for
4 years.
HPV.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh,
no.
Okay.
It was for something. It wasn't like smallpox or some shit.
Did you find a fun?
But yeah, I just had to get one, and then they're like, "All right, you're gonna go to college." So I think they kind of just assume that people aren't fucking stupid,
right? But that's the craziest thing. Is like we offer a loophole for people to have an opinion when it comes to healthcare. I'm sorry, like I have again. You don't have kids, Jimmy.
Yeah, I don't have kids.
Okay, thank you. I always preface that. But yeah, like the idea of like not vaccinating because you're just being an idiot is so offensive. Of course, this kid went out of the way to get his fucking vaccination. And I applaud him for that. I think he did an amazing thing by going out of his way to get his vaccination.
Imagine you're sitting in your high school math class on your phone, because that's what I was doing in math class. And
right,
you're scrolling Twitter and you see, holy shit, there's a fucking measles and smallpox outbreak in this state for people who haven't been vaccinated.
Come to find out, I've not been vaccinated
here thinking,
as a senior in high school.
What the fuck?
Mom, we're good, right? They're
vaccinated.
Like, sorry, we're not that good.
She's like, no, you never got vaccinated. We didn't believe in that.
It's a government employee. We don't have to worry about it.
And for the most part, like, measles is a dead disease.
Yeah, it's been dead. It's been dead.
It's been dead and resurrected because of this shit.
Do you want to know why it's been dead?
Vaccines. These motherfuckers.
The one thing I'm going to say is I applaud this kid a lot because when I was a senior in high school, I went to baseball practice and I hung out with whatever girlfriend I had and I read comic books. I never would have been like, I didn't get vaccinated. Let me go do that on my own and look up the facts and shit.
Born in like 1974, dude. Yeah. Like no one gives a shit.
Yeah, but like in high school for me, in high school, the only thing you should be worried about health-wise is like STDs. That's it. Don't get one of those. This kid was hopefully like, I can't get STDs and I can't get smallpox.
But if you can't get STDs from a condom, but you can fucking just breathe in someone's measles, that's
fucked up.
But this dude, again, shouts out to Ethan. Like, fucking killing it, dude.
He was like, man.
Being smart.
Yeah.
You got dumb parents. I bet money they don't live in a town with a library.
It's like you just said, though. Like, he was like, man, I can just breathe the wrong air and get the fucking measles. He would have to actively go out to get STDs.
Yeah, like, you have to try to get.
You have to be that. Right? You have to be that teenagers is like.
The shit's just not. Really
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right? You have to be in the situation to get that. To get smallpox that wiped out like 2/3 of the fucking world at one point.
Yeah.
Welcome to white America. Hi, my name is measles, smallpox, and you're Native Americans. We're gonna take it over. That's exactly why we invented the fucking thing.
Also, again, you know what? At the same time, maybe because I'm not gonna get smallpox because I've been vaccinated.
Right?
So maybe we just let these people do what they do. Natural selection.
Okay, so here's the issue. Here's the only issue that we encounter when people don't vaccinate their children, and you bring vaccinated people around people, because that's an argument anti-vaxxers have.
Vaccinations more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Strains will change, but if you keep them on the reg, by vaccinating your children and by taking antibiotics the right way, like you're good to go.
Yeah, that's why scientifically smallpox is on like the 23rd, 24th.
You know TB's coming back too, right?
TB, that's not good.
Not good. I knew him from 91 who came from Germany, which my daughter's mom is German. Can't even donate blood. They have TB virus in her blood.
What was that, the Black Plague?
Tuberculosis, my guy.
Yeah, that was the Black Plague.
No, it's not. The Black
Death?
Black Death
That's the same shit.
Black Death was not Ebola.
Yeah.
Essentially Ebola, yeah.
I'm trying to think.
The pneumonic plague?
The bubonic plague is the bubonic plague.
Yeah, I'm talking about pneumonic.
What is pneumonic? Like, there's so many numbers. I don't know. I didn't graduate. We're in a trailer right now. Oh shit, dude! It's binary code. I'm just confused.
I just listened to the time suck where he did the Black Plague, and there's the bubonic plague. There's the pneumonic plague. There's a couple.
It's a lot of shit.
They all kind of mix together at the same time, causing all those, wiping out quarter of the fucking world's population.
Well, I guess we're gonna hit this with Ethan. You're a fucking hero for your age.
Not as much as
as the lady who passed, unfortunately. Bless your soul.
Good for fucking you.
Good for fucking you for sticking it to your parents for being cunts about information.
Standing ovation. For
and so our boy Lunchbox is gonna hit us with some fun fucking facts.
I salute you, Ethan.
Longstreet. Let's get it.
All right, boys. We got the average person spends 6 months of their life waiting on a red light to turn green.
What in the fuck? Let's be faster, people.
Jesus Christ.
Always have a left turn.
6 months of your life?
Fuck them.
That one bothers me a lot.
It bothers me
it adds up to 6 months of your life.
Yeah. That's not as much as sleeping, though. So,
but I mean, what we need that is enjoyable.
Yeah,
waiting at red light sucks.
That is, right?
Isn't it right? Like the one thing you're gonna do a lot of your life is like doing nothing.
Right.
Like, hey, dude, you know what you're doing before? Close your eyes. You're not doing it anymore. And you're going to love it. You're like, what the fuck?
Humans, you're going to live for about 75 years, all right? And we're like, that's a good time. Well, that's a good amount. They're like, you're going to sleep for a third of that. You're like, okay. And you're going to fucking need it.
Yeah, but
excuse me, sir?
Sleep's a necessity. Waiting on the red light's just annoying.
Yeah, but it's bullshit that sleep's a necessity.
Anyway, okay, so Dave's got other fun facts. What's going on, Dave?
I wanted to go through a few here.
Yeah, for sure.
Southern sea otters have flaps of skin under their forelegs that act as pockets. When diving, they use them to store rocks and food.
Dave,
Why are they...
I wanted to tell you that I was mad at you for reading that before you even finished. That's the most...
I like sea otters.
He likes small things that look like puppies, dude. Like, he's got small puppies.
So
I respect
irrelevant, Dave.
He's like, dude, it's a sea otter. It's like a small...
I like sea otters.
Dude, it's a river puppy. It's a river puppy. Like, he's excited.
Move on,
Fuck
Dave.
it. He loves puppies.
Move on, goddamn.
All right, here's a good one.
There you go.
In 1386, a pig was executed by public hanging for murder of a child.
Holy fucking shit. Stop the presses. Are you shitting me? Where?
France.
Are we gonna have a better fact than that? Because I don't know if we can. That's a great fact.
Egregious.
I don't know, because that's number 8 in a list of 155.
Yo,
we only do 5. We got to tackle that list slowly. Yo, hit it.
France's defense, you guys just did it cordially. That's all. In America, if a pig killed a kid, we're just gonna be like, all right, shoot that motherfucker in the head and make him into bacon. So they did the same thing Americans would do.
They went mad aggressive on that fucking.
It was so great.
Though.
So I feel like that.
I mean, I almost celebrated. It was in 1300 though, so it makes a lot of sense.
No, what I think happened was someone went into a meeting and they were like, "Yo," they were all talking about their days and they're like, "You know what, Francois, my son got eaten by a fucking pig today," and everyone was like, "We gotta kill that fucking pig, dude." And he was like, "You know what? We gotta kill that fucking pig." And it got out, and the whole town was just like, "We gotta kill that fucking pig," or whatever.
That's not how French people sound, but I mean, it was really good. It was really
now
good.
you're at a fucking rally.
Yeah, you had a
whole bunch of French people.
A rally. Yeah, now I got all the races.
Kill that pig. Kill that pig. It was a whole thing.
It's so aggressive for episode 1. Anyway. Fucking yeah, dude. That's a great fucking fact,
I think from now on, if an animal kills a human being and we don't like it, fucking hang the animal.
I don't want to hang it. Just shoot it.
No,
way less time.
Hang it.
Way more humane.
Unless it's like a bear or something. If it's a pig, if a pig eats your child,
no, fuck off. The only animal you should hang is a fucking bear.
Don't. If you.
A bear is so big you could fucking hang the bear.
The only way I'm going to let you hang a bear is if you got it without tranquilizing it.
Dude, speaking of bears, I'm sorry, you had these fun facts, but there is a island off of Russia that is being infiltrated by polar bears right now because the ice caps are melting, and so they're swimming to that island for food sources, and they are trying to attack people in their homes.
Good.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are locking their doors and calling cops and be like, "There's bears here," and the cops are like, "Well, they're endangered, so what do you want to do?" And then you're like, stop drinking vodka and figure out crime.
Yeah,
and you're like, well, it's not a crime because it's a polar bear. And so these polar bears are just running rampant on this island because, oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to be honest. I hope the polar bears burn Russia to the ground.
No, fuck Russia. Okay, let's move forward. Sorry, Vlad.
Fuck him.
I was talking about any Vlad.
Him and his
I
fucking...
assume all Vlads are Russian.
Him and his shirtless on a horse bullshit.
Yeah, fuck Sergei Karatanov. I don't care.
All right.
Let's go.
Al Capone's business card said he was a used furniture dealer.
Hey, I mean,
it's a good front.
I like that.
It's a good front.
I like Al
Pretty
Capone.
reasonable.
he's got to be something, right?
Yeah. Was that fact 4? Is that fact 4?
That is number 4.
Let's go number 5, and then let's try
5
to wrap her up.
Oh, a woman from California once tried to sue the makers of Captain Crunch because the Crunch berries contain no berries at all.
God damn, that's a good ender.
That's fair.
No, fuck you, dude. It's so stupid.
Thing. I ordered Crunch
It's so
berries.
stupid. Okay, when you go plucking strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, any sort of raspberries even.
Are you sure that just weren't any cereal berries in there?
If you ever say that again, I swear to God, dude. I fucking swear to God. I will call someone for your mental health immediately. Like, are you out of your fucking mind?
I'm just saying.
Dude, there's no such thing as crunch berries.
What would you do if you got a box of Lucky Charms and there were no marshmallows in it? Would you?
Well, first off, I'm not 7, so I'm not buying a box of Lucky Charms. But if I did buy a box of Lucky Charms and there were no marshmallows in it, I'd be a little upset.
I'm suing.
Yeah, because that's...
I'm not suing you.
That's
It's a $3 box of cereal. Why are you suing?
I bought them for March.
That's
Do you understand the civil suit costs? None of you have been to court either.
70
I'm a dedicated person.
70% of Lucky
Silly
Charms.
bitch.
Like 70% of why you buy Lucky Charms is the marshmallows.
Yeah, pretty much.
I agree, but do you want to file a civil suit that's literally over a $3 box? A fucking cereal. I think it's too much.
I probably wouldn't sue for money though. I'd just be like,
I just want
hey,
a box full of cereal.
I'm gonna be like, hey, my birthday's in like 2 months.
Give me cake.
You pay for a dude to dress up like Lucky.
Yeah.
And
I'm suing for emotional distress. I'm going to go for everything I can.
Oh my god, you're such a pussy. I don't even have time for this.
I don't. My problem is I don't understand how this woman didn't know like it's berry shaped cereal that's flavored like berries.
She's obviously a cunt and an idiot.
Apparently, she thought strawberries were going to be shelved on the dry goods section.
All strawberries are made out of straws.
Yeah.
So stupid. Exactly. That's how dumb the argument is. All right, so
I want to ask you one question though before
hit me, buddy. We're gonna close this off in a little bit.
I want to know if you have even Lunchbox here. If you guys, I'll let you guys think about it for a second. If you guys have any recommendations,
as far as
for anybody who listens to us, if you guys have a favorite thing you've been watching lately, or a great album you've heard lately, or a great book you've read lately, if you have any recommendations for
dude,
anybody at all.
100%.
I'll start off here. I've been watching Peaky Blinders on Netflix.
Great show.
God, I love that show.
Incredible. I just finished season 3 last night, and I see that there's only one more left, and I'm...
They've come out in weird intervals.
Yeah, they do.
Because there's another one coming, and I can't remember when.
Really? Okay, because I'm thoroughly enthralled.
See, now that you're watching it, though, I'm having a hard time with her name at the moment. The aunt?
Polly?
Aunt Polly. Yes.
Yeah.
It's baddest bitch ever.
So great. It's the acting is amazing. If you like old timey gangster type of stuff, watch this shit because it is fan-fucking-tastic.
I started watching it because I read the description and I was a big fan of Boardwalk Empire.
Great show.
And
Shout out to Steve Buscemi.
And like the description on Netflix basically reads as a British version of Boardwalk Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that's how I got into it.
Tom Hardy's so good. Tom Hardy is fantastic in it.
Tom Hardy is like that.
Tom Hardy's also in Black Sails. Shout out.
Like who's the lead actor? What's Sir?
God, I can't remember his name, but he played the Scarecrow in the Chris Nolan Batman movies.
Fantastic.
He's actually a really good actor. He's
great.
He's in Red Lights with Robert De Niro, which is fantastic.
I've seen him in a lot of shit. He's good.
It's on Netflix. All 4 of the first seasons. It's all right there.
But okay, so we know what you're watching. What are you listening to, though? Give us one shout out for what you're listening to.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No, podcast or album doesn't matter.
No,
Shouts out.
I haven't been listening to.
All right, Dave.
I'm not shouting out a podcast from our podcast. What are you talking about?
So, Dave,
now?
What are you watching right now? What are you watching?
Oh God, what did I just finish watching? I just finished the Ted Bundy tapes.
How did you feel about those?
I think
I thought it was weak.
I think it helps a lot if you're you have a very high interest in Ted Bundy because you have to want to pay attention. It's like if you don't pause it when you go to the bathroom, you miss a lot.
I agree. That's actually
you have to really want to know what they're talking about.
Because every time I had to take a piss and we were listening to it, Jimmy would pause it. He's like, "You got to kind of listen to it.
You really do."
I got my watch thing is the best thing. So
I'm probably gonna end up watching that Umbrella shit.
The Umbrella Academy looks really good on Netflix.
I think I'm gonna end up watching that. I've been rewatching Parks and Rec.
It's a good show though. You can't be mad.
Because Comedy Central has taken me.
Steve Carell, it's the same thing.
I was watching The Office on Comedy Central, and I was like, you know what? I was a big fan of Parks and Rec, especially Ron Swanson, and I was like, I'm gonna go through that again because I think I missed the last 2 seasons of that. So I've been rewatching that.
All right, Doug. What's
I'm currently rewatching the Netflix doc of Abducted in Plain Sight because it is
you're rewatching
fucking insane, but.
Don't give
it away. No, I'm not giving anything away. Also, on top of that, I am watching a show that Hannah introduced me to called, real quick, shouts out to Hannah. Is it New Amsterdam, baby? Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think it's New Amsterdam about a doctor who has cancer who's making a hospital work out really well, and it's kind of cool. It's really fun to watch. But currently, I am listening to KOD, J. Cole, all day. But I had to do it because, I don't have Wi-Fi where I work anymore. So I'm listening to fucking the albums I downloaded, and I have every J. Cole album. I listened to KOD like 3 times.
He's on the tear.
He's killing it. He's killing it. Dude, Dreamville, hashtag.
If I had to recommend an album, what I've been listening to, I got back into actually, it was an album called Robots by Earth Gang.
That name just...
Yeah, shut up. They're also signed to Dreamville, one of the new signees, and it is fantastic. It's like a 7-song EP. They have a new album coming out soon called Mirrorland that I'm super excited for. But Robots, that EP is phenomenal. It's a different sound. It's all hip-hop. If you know me, hip-hop is pretty much all I listen to.
It's not a big thing.
Dave, you got anything you
Dave, what's your favorite album you're rocking right now? You rocking?
I've been listening to the new Ice Cube album.
Oh, really?
There's a new Ice Cube album?
Yeah, he put it out a little bit ago.
Ah, fuck that noise. But continue to tell us how it's good.
I don't care because I grew up on NWA and shit, and I love it.
Cop Killer.
He's got one song.
That's not Ice Cube. That's Ice-T.
It's the same person.
No, it's not.
If there's Ice in the name, I don't even know.
There was one song. It might be on there. I should download.
Other than that, yeah, I'll just rock Prince and Rush a lot.
Hell yeah, dude.
But
dude, I have a game.
My hip hop is like old school hip hop. I love my NWA, my Wu-Tang Clan.
Is that song on there?
I believe so. Yeah. No, because that's Death Certificate.
All right, guys.
That's a wild book.
So I guess we're getting
no. This is
that's 25th anniversary, bro.
I promise you, this is different. Shut up! Don't give me the fucking neck thing, you dick. I'll let everyone know about it. Fuck you.
Fuck off. Alright, so that's the Sweet Touch Heart and Ass over there. That's Jimmy right there. And we're gonna do our sweet podcast again, hopefully if you guys enjoy it. Thanks. Big shout out to Lunchbox, our producer Dave Longstreet.
No
thanks everyone for listening. I'm Fat Doug and this is the trailer and this is Intalksication and we will see you later. Have a good time.